So you've heard of ChatGPT. Here's how interesting things are happening very quickly in terms of its intelligence, its ability to process information. These are just recent headlines. And since ChatGPT has only literally been out for 2 months, these are phenomenal statements. And I'll show you a little bit more in just a minute. So it's passing the US medical exam. It's passing the bar exam. It's passing Wharton's MBA final. Microsoft puts 10 billion into OpenAI. It's incorporating it into Teams. It's also, if you use Bing, and if you haven't used Bing, it's already out there. Bing is now incorporated ChatGPT. You'll see it. You can ask the same things in Bing as you could in ChatGPT and get answers like what you would see in ChatGPT. Google is under siege. It's basically, all hands on deck. The prior owners, Serge and Brin, I think, have come back into the company because they realize it's a problem for them. And then another company, Generative AI, is actually getting sued because there are patent or copyright issues coming out like crazy. Can an artificial intelligence engine that copy be copyrighted? And so there's going to be lots of intellectual property arguments coming forth. So here's the speed of change to which we are about to experience in the next, I'm just going to call it 1, 2, 3 years. It took, as you can see on this chart, Netflix in 1999 3.5 years to get to 1 million users. And then fast forward down that list in 2004, you see Facebook, it took them 10 months. Instagram in 2010 took them 2.5 months to get to 1 million users. It took ChatGPT 5 days. And in 2 months, they have over 100 million users. So if you have problems getting onto that platform right now, here's why. It's like the hottest, greatest thing since sliced bread. And if you've played with it at all, you know why. If you haven't played with it, you need to. Incredible growth. And here's what artificial intelligence was compared to today for those of us in my age group back in the early 90s when this thing called the internet popped onto the scene, and we weren't really sure what it was and how it was going to be used and what it felt like. To me, the only thing I can remember about the internet back in those days was actually, it felt like, okay, I don't have to print my brochures anymore. I can just put it up on a website, and so people can go to the website and look at who I am, and I can save printing costs. We've gone way past that. And so ChatGPT, or artificial intelligence, and what's getting ready to happen is essentially being compared to the wave of technology and things that are coming at us is essentially yet another incredible growth spurt. This came out just minutes ago. AI, Alphabet is essentially trying to say we're still the king. They came out with this thing called Bard AI. It wasn't necessarily well received, but it's still, in the eyes of some, Google still dominates search. We'll see how that goes. Within days of the artificial intelligence announcement by Microsoft, Google puts another 300 million in another startup that just started recently, just to emphasize their investment in it. So here's kind of the beginnings of a ChatGPT thought process from an investing perspective. I wrote this question into ChatGPT. What industries do well in recessionary periods of time? Right? And so it immediately came through with these areas: healthcare, technology, online retail, debt collections. And I asked it a second question. I said, well, can you give me some specifics? Can you list public companies, best public companies in these areas? And it took it and it basically said, look at Johnson Johnson, Pfizer, Merck, Abbott, P&G, Colgate, Walmart, Amazon, Apple, so forth and so on and so forth. So it effectively has started. It's not anywhere close to being complete, but there are other engines out there that are attempting to kludge together in real time. By the way, ChatGPT, just from a data point, its information is current through October 2021. They're getting ready to release a new version of it that's more current. I don't know how current, but that's what they're saying. At least that's what I'm hearing. So you can get a feel for when you're going to be using ChatGPT as a screener for stocks, you're going to be able to learn how to ask it the right type of questions to get information back to you that will lead you to potential trade ideas. Is a TikTok video of a kid who essentially has taken ChatGPT and a few other artificial intelligence to a new level. This is what we're going to be competing with in commerce and the way things are going to get put together. Let me play this.
I might have just figured out one of the easiest ways to make money right now. First, go to this website called ChatGPT and type in script a 1,500 word YouTube video about and whatever topic you want. Within seconds, this free AI bot will script a full YouTube video about whatever you told it to. When it's done, just copy this whole script. Then go to picture.ai and press script to video. Paste in your whole script. This will turn your whole script into videos of whatever you're talking about. Then go to Synthesia.io and choose one of the characters that they have. Again, paste in your whole script. This will make a guy read your script with a real sounding voice, his lips moving and everything. Then just use a free editing software to take this video and put it over top of this video. Then go to Upwork or Fiverr and pay someone like $5 to design a thumbnail for that video. Then just post that video to YouTube and you can make money when the video gets views. And to speed this all up, you can go to Upwork and just hire virtual assistants for like $4 an hour to do all this for you.
Hopefully you were able to hear some or all of that. Just gives you an idea of the kids out there and how they're utilizing this artificial intelligence. Here's another one. It, it's just heard about it, haven't played with it today. SoundRA.io. Stop searching for songs. You can create them yourself. And so fill out information. Here's another one, business name generation and logo generator. This is namelix.com. There's a war going on and trillions of dollars are being spent and big companies are going to be disenfranchised by what all these different artificial intelligent engines are going to be able to do. I tried this one, 5 minutes ago. You can just type that name in and it will give you, put in keywords of type of business you want to create. It'll ask you a couple questions and then it'll render names and logos instantly, all for free. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Annie,
Yeah.
I want to know your viewpoint due to Chat GPT hype. There are some AI stocks. They have been rising more than 250% in just 1 month.
Yeah, great question. I understand in an earlier session today with O'Brien, you guys were discussing 2 or 3 different symbols that were all AI focused besides the big guys, Microsoft and Google. And yes, they're probably all up. They're probably heavy PE based. My guess is they're losing money hand over foot, but that doesn't matter because it's being valued on the future income streams. I am excited for the industry. I am super speculative on investing or even buying options on any of these if they're available, because they're going to be extremely volatile. If I find a few, sort of, this is like the early days of the crypto cycle that we saw a couple years ago, where there was just a frothiness in it and people were buying it with pure speculation. If you're interested in that type of sport, if you will, I'd say just set a profit target for yourself, and don't get lost in the world of this is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread compared to how people are pricing them right now. Just be very careful. If I found a couple that I could call it buy a couple calls long dated that weren't terribly expensive and just tuck them away for a rainy day, just as throw the dice. I would do it that way, but I certainly wouldn't put even a percentage of my portfolio at risk in the current days. It's just too speculative for me. That's my personal thoughts.